Sam Acho's breakdown of the Dallas Cowboys draft strategy and the broader discussion surrounding key prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft offers a compelling insight into the challenges and opportunities ahead for one of the league's most scrutinized franchises. From an American perspective, the discussion reflects the ongoing narrative surrounding the Cowboys, a franchise that perennially finds itself at a crossroads between high expectations and postseason disappointment. Dallas Cowboys draft strategy, a necessary shift? The Cowboys' approach to the upcoming NFL Draft is particularly intriguing given their recent struggles and the changes in coaching personnel. With Brian Schottenheimer now at the helm as offensive coordinator, the team faces a critical decision on whether to prioritize bolstering their running game or reinforcing the offensive line. Acho and the panel highlight a key dilemma. Should Dallas draft a top-tier running back like Ashton Jeanty early, or should they first address the glaring need on the offensive line left by Zach Martin's retirement? Acho strongly advocates for the latter, suggesting that the Cowboys should draft Tyler Booker from Alabama, a move that would help stabilize the interior offensive line and create a long-term solution for the team's blocking schemes. Given that Dallas ranked 27th in rushing yards last season and struggled mightily in short yardage situations, reinforcing the offensive line makes logical sense before focusing on a running back later in the draft. Additionally, Acho points out that the Cowboys' defensive line is another area in dire need of improvement. Dallas was ranked 29th in rushing yards allowed, a statistic that underscores their struggles in stopping the run. With defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus implementing his system, ensuring a strong defensive front is critical, particularly given the uncertain contract status of key lineman Osa Odigizua. If the Cowboys fail to either re-sign Odigizua or draft a dominant interior lineman, their defensive woes could persist into next season. Travis Hunter and the NFL's next two-way star? Beyond the Cowboys, the discussion shifts to Travis Hunter, the electrifying two-way player from Colorado, who has drawn comparisons to NFL legends like Deion Sanders and Charles Woodson. His desire to play both wide receiver and defensive back in the NFL is ambitious, and his performance at the scouting combine will be instrumental in proving whether he can truly handle both roles at the professional level. Acho correctly notes that the scouting combine presents a rare opportunity for Hunter to showcase his ability in both positions. Initially listed as only a defensive back, Hunter now has the chance to run drills as a wide receiver as well, which could significantly impact his draft stock. NFL teams remain skeptical about whether a player can effectively play both ways at the highest level, but if Hunter performs well against top-tier wide receiver and defensive back prospects, he could solidify his status as a first-round pick. The biggest question remains whether an NFL team is willing to commit to developing him in both roles or if they will force him to specialize. Jalen Milroe's consistency question. Another key player discussed is Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe, who has shown flashes of brilliance but struggled with consistency. His ability to make deep throws is undeniable, but his performance in short and intermediate passing situations has been inconsistent. As Acho points out, Milroe's highs have been spectacular, highlighted by a signature win against Georgia, but his lows, such as a disappointing loss to Vanderbilt, raise concerns for NFL scouts. At the Combine, Milroe has an opportunity to prove that he can deliver accurate throws across all levels of the field. If he can demonstrate improved mechanics and decision-making, he could bolster his draft stock significantly. However, if his struggles with intermediate accuracy persist, teams may hesitate to draft him as a franchise quarterback. Cincinnati Bengals, keeping the core intact? The discussion then shifts to the Cincinnati Bengals, who face crucial decisions regarding the futures of wide receivers Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Quarterback Joe Burrow has made it clear that he wants to keep both of his star receivers, but the financial reality of the NFL salary cap makes it difficult for the Bengals to retain both players while also addressing other needs. Higgins played last season under the franchise tag, and the Bengals are at a crossroads regarding whether to commit to a long-term deal or entertain trade offers. Cincinnati has the 7th most salary cap space in the NFL, which provides some flexibility, but keeping both receivers would likely mean making sacrifices elsewhere on the roster. The decision will have long-term implications, particularly as Burrow enters the prime of his career and aims to lead the Bengals back to the Super Bowl. Final thoughts. This segment of NFL analysis encapsulates many of the pressing debates in football today: roster-building philosophies, the evolution of player versatility, and the financial constraints of maintaining elite talent. The Cowboys must decide whether to prioritize offensive line strength or skill positions. Travis Hunter has a rare chance to redefine positional norms, and the Bengals are facing tough choices about their star players. From a broader perspective, these discussions reflect how NFL teams are constantly balancing immediate success with long-term sustainability. For fans, the intrigue lies not just in the decisions made during the draft but in how those choices will shape the trajectory of these franchises for years to come.